following some type of trend of some nature. Let's see what's going on here, man. I'm be honest with you. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care that they're building their own town. I don't care. Like it doesn't matter. Like I mean, I watched the Anton Daniels video and he said, what did he say? It didn't really make sense at this time. I think he said at this time it didn't really make sense because of like segregating yourself. It doesn't make sense, but if they choose to do it, that's what they choose to do. Also, it's like, didn't somebody else choose to do this? Like they was Asiatic or what you would call black, my bad. But these Caucasian people decided to build their own town. Do I think it's wrong? No, because if you want to build your own town, build your own town. That means you can control who's in it. I guess like they really can't, you know what I mean? Really can't trip about it. Well, what I would say is do the same thing. Feel some type of way about it. How long is this warning?
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture.
White American culture. I mean, do I believe that Caucasians were the first people here? Not at all. Not at all. But that's my belief, right? So, I mean, but we've all been here so long that everybody feels entitled. And then it's like you think about it, people get born here. They don't know much about the past. Like I don't try to dwell on the past and everything like that. I hear a lot of people still thinking about slavery. I'm not saying if that's what you want to think about, cool. But I don't see myself walking around here blaming people for stuff that I don't believe that they had part in, or being angry about something that I didn't play part in. You know what I mean? I mean, we can discuss, we can talk, but not really going to put an emphasis on being angry with you.
Over the last year and a half, high up in the Ozark Hills in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, leveling the land, building houses. They call it an intentional community based around shared ancestry, a long-winded way of saying something really quite simple.
I think we would generally be called far right, sure.
It's called Return to the Land, and they invited me in. A lot of people are going to be, why are you making Nazi references?
Right. Well, why wouldn't I?
A seemingly bucolic and sometimes surreal experience. But this is built on a radical modern premise, made possible because of a new political and technological moment. One with strong ties to the most active far-right groups in the US. Instead of taking to the streets, they are building their own, for generations to come.
It's important for me to do this for my ancestors, my friends, my family, my children, my children's children.
But in this southern US state, people who have lived through segregation once fear it is returning.
When you hear things like that, it causes you to be fearful, and you don't know who to trust.
Its founder says he is building a fortress for the white race.
It's a racial association. I kind of want to ask.
Now, if you see them children, right? You see them children in the future. Who knows what may happen? But somebody's gonna blame them for a lot. They don't even know what's going on. They don't even know. You know what I mean? Innocent, literally don't even know. When they get a certain age, then they will know, and then they gotta be accountable for the things that their parents put them into. Now, again, if this was vice versa, I still wouldn't care. I would probably look at it more like, um, maintain it, do your best. Uh, Because we always, like, it seemed like brown people always have to have some type of turmoil or some dumb especially when it comes to who runs things and stuff like that. People get upset. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, he was honest though. He said it's about preserving the race, but I mean, yeah, y'all women be out here getting to it. I mean, and the men too, 'cause they be, you know what I'm saying, with other types of women or leaving the country. So I guess y'all feeling as though like numbers are decreasing in a way. I don't know. Like y'all don't feel like y'all have like a high enough birth rate. I'm This is questions, nothing personal.
Ask you, after seeing this, do you think what we're doing is immoral?
I mean, I don't see it as immoral. I just
Arkansas, in the southern United States.
Welcome to Little Rock, where the local time is 4:27.
For the last few years, I've been exploring how an ethno-nationalist movement has been organizing online. A network that aims to define countries by ethnicity, but which links across borders. And this is the place that one group has chosen to put that into radical, real-world action.
You want a white nation? Build a white town. It can be done, and we're doing it.
It is an extreme view, but it draws on more familiar arguments. That mass immigration is out of control.
But you
that
heard him
Western
though, right?
societies are in danger.
You heard him. If you want a white nation, build a white town. If you want an Asiatic nation, build an Asiatic town. These blueprints or these ideas are not exclusive to anybody or any section of people. You just have to make a choice on whether or not this may be something you want to do. I don't think anything in this video is going to be exclusively said where it's like an opposite can't say or an opposite haven't said. I do see in society a lot of times they believe that brown skinned folks it's okay for them to be racist, but it's not okay for a Caucasian to be racist. If a person wants to choose to be racist, that's just what they choose to be. I don't think it matters what their ethnicity is. They chose to be racist. It's just their personal choice.
Of losing.
But then again, you gotta think, if you're prideful about your own race, you don't have to hate others. But people will take it as you hate others because you don't, I guess. Maybe you don't see the value in others. Maybe you're aggressive about it. Maybe you just don't speak about others. I don't know. I don't know. I think I've been called out. I've been called the N word by maybe like one or two Caucasians in my whole life. I never really got that mad about it because I just didn't see the point of getting mad. But shit, niggas call me nigga every day.
Their fundamental character as a result.
One of the arguments here is that this isn't about persecution of an ethnic identity, but protection of an ethnic identity, and that identity happens to be white. So we're going here now up into these pretty remote woods to really put that to the test.
We are driving deep into the Ozark Mountains. The group's leaders are not from Arkansas, and they've chosen these remote parts for a reason. All the locals I spoke to knew only a little about the group, if anything.
I don't necessarily agree with it, but that's not my choice.
Yeah, but do you think they should have the freedom to do it?
That's what they want to do.
I think it's kind of a little fishy around here, but just be safe.
The leader of the group is called Eric Orwell, and he's invited me to spend a few days with them.
Hey, Eric.
He insists what he is doing here is entirely legal, and that's key, because if it is, it could be a blueprint for many other communities to come.
Welcome to the Ozarks.
Thank you very much.
Now, there is, I think, an Asiatic gun group in Baltimore. I'm not sure, but I think his name Mark Chopper. I think he has a group of some like brothers that actually come together and work together. You know what I mean? And do things together, advocate. It'd be dope to do an interview with him. That would be shit. Because he got raided by the DEA or ATF or something like that. And before that, I was following him for a long time. And it's like, bro, this dude ain't no street dude. He far from it. He far from a street cat. Literally, like a family man, a dad, a gun advocate. So they had it wrong. But anyway, I think he's part of a group that's a lot of like Asiatic men that work together and come together. It's not impossible for it to happen for people to do stuff together, but it just seems like in our community, the brown community, that I don't know. I don't really know. It seems like it's hard for people to want to get it together.
What we've done here is establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture, effectively, we're saying this is a white culture, a whites-only place.
White American culture. Yeah, not just white, but white American.
But what this sounds like is bringing back segregation. Is that a fair assessment?
Well, I mean, it's free association. So we're not trying to keep other people down. This is a small settlement in the middle of the Ozarks.
But they are being kept out.
You don't let everyone into your home.
160 acres taking shape, forest cleared, roads laid, cabins built. Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have...
100... Wait, how much did he say?
You don't let everyone into your home.
160 acres taking shape, forest cleared, roads laid, cabins built.
160 acres. But I'm in the middle of the hood right now. I don't even think I could call a motherfucker up to come stand on one of the blocks with me for us to try to own it. 160 acres. They came together and bought 160 acres. I can't even get family to work together correctly, let alone a group of people with 160 acres. These motherfuckers is like they fuck with each other tough.
Around 40 people live here. Hundreds more from across the world have paid to be members. And I'm intrigued to find out what motivates people to give up their old lives for this.
We met here.
Oh, you met here? Okay, so you came here...
I met her on like day 3, so...
Oh my god, what a story. It beats Tinder, doesn't it?
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
David and Caitlin not only met here, they got married last month. They wouldn't be here without social media.
Somebody had posted a video of Eric.
Yeah.
I saw videos of them actually building stuff on the land. I was like, oh man, I gotta come check this out.
And I figure if there's nothing else like this in the country, like it should at least exist.
Yeah.
Like, do people really think that we should never be able to choose our neighbors?
It wouldn't be controversial for any other racial group to do the same thing.
I think it'd be quite controversial.
Well, if you don't have rules against it, then, anyone of any race can come and be your neighbor, and they're watching the news, which is telling you that white people are, the cause of all your problems and all the ills of society, and suddenly, your children are much less safe because there's a lot of violence, anti-white violence, happening to white people and white children, and so...
Specifically motivated by racism against white people. What sort of things the heavens are about to...
Yeah. I'd like to continue talking, but the rain starts and it comes down hard.
That's crazy. That he just sounds like a scared person. Realistically, he just sounds like a scared person. Depending on where he lived at, maybe that could be true. Maybe people was attacking Caucasians, I don't know. Or, I doubt they was just blatantly attacking them, but maybe he been through some shit. maybe he been through the riots. I guess. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? But apparently he's been through something, or he just overly cautious, and he doesn't want to say it, but he feels as though that if there's going to be an issue or a problem, it's going to come from another race. Um, he doesn't think that there would be a problem if other races did the same exact thing. Shit, they might get stopped, raided. You just never know. You know what I mean? And it's like if knowing that this situation is growing, again, you really can't do anything about it because if they made the investment, they made the investment. They building that land, they building that land up. They're gonna do what they do. Thing is, if you feel as though you need to do this, then do it. You know what I mean? To separate or segregate, however you want to go about it.
The residents shelter in their cabins and night falls. The next morning. This is how the average weekend works at Return to the Land, or RTTL, what they call a work party, made up of residents, but also new recruits who have come to check out the project. It is hot, hard work. To join RTTL, you have to sign up to the Private Members Association, or PMA. And there are strict criteria for membership, as Scott Thomas, a board member and one of the founding fathers here, explains.
You have to be a PMA member to live here.
Yeah.
So you have to be someone of European heritage.
The group's logo, based on a Nordic rune, draws on that heritage. It is the PMA that the group believes makes this all legal. Once members have been vetted on ethnicity and other grounds, they can buy shares in the Limited Liability Company, or LLC. Those shares translate to acres of land that they can build on. Peter Seri is the brains behind the legal side of things.
Civil Rights Act is there for a reason, and this is a way around it.
Yeah.
Do you think it'll survive contact with the legal system, the courts, if it came to that?
Hopefully.
Do you think it's racist or not? Do you reject that term? Do you embrace it?
I don't know about that term. I mean, people use it in a lot of different ways. I'm sure there's a lot of people on the internet who would call me racist. I don't really know or care whether that term applies to me or not. Maybe.
Scott, what do you think?
Yeah, I almost don't know what racist means anymore. Like it's called racist.
A prejudice towards someone who's from a different ethnicity.
Well, actually, the modern definition of racism, according to critical race theory, all white people are racist automatically.
So all Caucasians are automatically racist. I don't believe that. I don't think anybody should believe that. This is. I would love to go visit this place, but I probably wouldn't be welcome. See, I don't look at race how a lot of people look at it. I don't really get offended. I don't care. And the reason why I don't is because for every action, there's a reaction. And the reaction doesn't have to be something that's combative with that. It could be something that could be parallel to that. It just depends on how you feel at the moment and how you want to respond. That's really it. It's really not like a crazy situation that you really got to go through. This, though, just seems like excessive, but not excessive at the same time. Because it's like if you want something, then do the work to put it together. Get with people who are going to help you put it together. Sit down with the people that's going to be play strong parts, or the banking, the finances, the land, all that. And it's, again, they are working together. Like, residents are building the land. I ain't gonna lie. I had to see it to believe it. If niggas was gonna do it, I had to see it to believe it. If I seen Asiatics doing it, I had to see it to believe it. Now, my family has land in South Carolina, and when I was younger, they sat on that land and they lived on it, and they lived on it together. It was like 3-4 trailers, something of that nature, and I was like, that was dope. That was dope. We had a school in the family. We had a school, A.S. Bay. that was dope. Had a lot of land, and I think that was like 100 and some acres itself. Or no. I think that was like 26, 27 some acres. My bad. Um, family lost that because they couldn't seem to come together. I watched two family members fight for it, but the rest of the family just couldn't seem to come together and agree on anything. And it doesn't seem any different. It just seems like people are just fucking nosy. That's one thing that annoys me. It's like we cool with being nosy about our family members' lives and what they got going on that's falling apart in their life, but we can't come together for 80% of the stuff that would probably improve our society. But these motherfuckers can come together to build a Caucasian only town, and it's niggas all over YouTube upset about it, or TikTok or Instagram. I don't, you know, people feel some type of way about it when realistically, who cares? Let's start creating our own units and start doing things productive together instead of worrying about what everybody else got going on and how they got a leg up. Technology is out here, yo, and we ain't giving ourselves a leg up. We too busy, not we, but a lot of us is too busy worried about what they got going on instead of worried about what we got going on or what we could have going on.
A lot of this is reaction to left-wing identity politics, critical race theory, and movements like Black Lives Matter. And fundamentally, this is identity politics, but white identity politics. And what they're building here is a safe space for people of European ancestry.
It's exclusionary, it's sort of an attempt at segregation.
Right.
Is that fair?
Probably.
While the men labour at the roadside, the women of Return to the Land are at work too, looking after the 6 children who live and are homeschooled here full time. And they're preparing food for the weekly community dinner. The theme tonight, colonial.
I don't know, dinner's really important. I like feeding people, so I didn't want to put this off any longer than I already had.
Back in the day, when we first got the land here, there were only about 5 guys. I was living 40 minutes from here, and Jennifer was the first, family to be on the land full time. So we started community dinners back then, and it would be pretty relaxed because there weren't many people. But it is nice. It's slowly growing.
They've come here to live for a variety of reasons, but their dedication to the mission is absolute.
My name's Nikki, N-I-K-I. I'm 32.
Cool.
I'm a lady.
My name's Allison, A-L-I-S-O-N. I'm 29.
Right.
And Caitlin, C-A-I-T-L-I-N. I'm 31.
I think people just have a large misunderstanding of what's happening here.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What's the biggest misunderstanding?
Well,
that we hate everyone else.
Yeah,
it's not about that by any means.
It's a loving movement.
I mean, on that aspect of it being loving, I suppose the counter argument would be it could be a very loving community if you're part of the community, but if you're black, or if you're Jewish, or if you're gay, you can't be part of that community.
They can have their own communities, and they already do, and I think that's great for them. If other people are allowed to do it, I don't really see why whites aren't allowed to do it. It doesn't make any sense.
But the goal is to have lots of these communities, and for it maybe not to be rural, for there to be cities on the same basis, right?
Yeah, that would be neat. I look forward to seeing how this movement grows over time.
There are other ways to increase numbers. Nikki, Caitlin, and Allison all met their partners at the community. And RTTL is explicit about this. It has an online fundraiser to give cash rewards to parents of newborns as a means to incentivize population growth. Just before we arrived, they had donated $1,000 to a family for having their 6th child. Is that part of the mission as well, to sort of have big families, to make the community bigger? Is there a sort of pressure there?
I don't think so.
I don't feel particularly myself, I don't feel any pressure to have a big family. I think there's a kind of expectation here that you do want to, as part of helping grow this thing, that you're going to have a kid.
My mic was muted, my bad. So these are the women of the community. Happy to cook, happy to do whatever part that they can do. Living on the land, working together. I mean, I get it. People don't like this because they're separating themselves and they don't believe this should be happening in 2025, I guess. There shouldn't be any type of segregation. We should all be able to coexist. It's true, we all can coexist. But she's not wrong when she said that other people have their own communities. You know what I'm saying? They do. There is places where like it's predominantly alright, it's not places where like it's exclusively gay or exclusively this or exclusively that. I mean, if you go to the hood, then it is exclusively like Asiatic and um, Latinos, which you would call. But it's like really, what can you argue with? Like, I get it. You want your own situation, just like this is wild, yo. I ain't even gonna lie, cause I'm not mad at it. I'm just more or less a little bit when I think about it outside of what they're doing and like other cultures doing it. It's like I see some pushback in ways, like Chinatowns. There's Chinatowns everywhere. Um, the gay community. I'm not saying that they have full-fledged neighborhoods. I don't know, but they do dominate certain areas. You know what I'm saying? So those things are kind of that's true. What she said. Other people do have their communities in ways. Maybe not as isolated or um, as theirs, and not like solidly just focused on one ethnicity. So there are some things that are like consistent like other communities, but there's more there that's not. Because I mean, you just have Caucasians. You don't really have anybody else, and you want to make sure that they're pure blood. Basically, that's basically what that means. You want to make sure that they're pure. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no mix or nothing like that.
There's not a lot to show around here. I basically just have the whole pasture area.
Peter is unattached. This is his homestead. He's been on a journey. He told me he used to be a liberal, a hippie even.
A knife is a tool. It has to be very sharp in order to cut properly.
He founded a commune in Ecuador, an intentional community based not on ethnicity, but veganism.
So this is your lot?
Yeah.
He's also immersed in internet culture, someone who delights in provoking reactions, a troll. On the group chat on the messaging app Telegram, he's posted the numbers 1488. The 14 refers to the 14 words, a white supremacist slogan. And H is the 8th letter of the alphabet, so 88 means HH, which means Heil Hitler.
Because you put that in the Telegram, for instance. What does that mean when you place that in Telegram 1488?
Well, I use it as kind of like a funny comment throwback.
As part of that Nazi discussion, another frequent topic on the online chat is the Holocaust, usually minimized, sometimes even mocked.
So the Holocaust, stands as a unique crime in the history of
humanity.
So bro is like an aggressive racist. Like he's aggressive. Like he's dark humor, but he stands on it. I mean, it's his choice. You know what I mean? It's not my choice. That's why I say I'd go there. I'd go there to do an interview. I'd go there to see. And I don't know. I don't be getting angry at stuff like this. It's something to be interested in, something to like check out, analyze. But it's not something that I would get mad about because it's not something I can control. What I can't control, I can't allow to control me. What I can't control, I can't allow to control me. So this right here could not control me. This is not my choice. This is not my path. So I'm just an observer. I can have an opinion. I mean, I couldn't be angry at it unless it came directly at me, unless it was directly pointed at me. Now, if you're telling me I can't be there, I don't care. I mean, even if I like have an interest of going there to see the place to interview, I'm still not mad if I'm not welcome. Don't care. You know what I'm saying? Like it's not the worst thing in the world. Like
Your opinion, I think the Holodomor was much worse than the Holocaust. That's my opinion. I mean, we're allowed to have opinions.
Yeah, well, I mean, we can say they're both bad. The Holocaust was bad.
But do you know anything about the Holodomor?
Yeah, in Ukraine,
right.
the famine, I know a little bit about it, and I know it was awful too, and
right,
it's sort of deliberate, but we can also agree the Holocaust is bad.
Well, you know, we don't have to say that one was objectively worse than the other.
I'm not saying one. I'm not saying that. I'm saying, like, was the Holocaust a bad thing?
So basically, all I'm saying is that
Bro is not going to say that was a bad thing because he doesn't believe it was a bad thing. He believes it was a great thing. He might be an extremist. This is an assumption, or whatever it may be. But if he's sharing that type of rhetoric or thought process, then that flows through a lot of those people there. It's not like it's not known. They don't associate themselves with the other races. So it's like, again, I can't be mad. Like, I can't get upset. I can't go like, yeah, I want to go there and fuck it up. Nah, I just more or less be like, all right, well, if you don't fuck with me, keep your distance. Because if you start to lessen the distance, I'm going to wonder why. And when I react wrong, then you're going to be like, oh my God, see, like I told you, no. You never fuck with me in the first place. So I was always wondering why you would try to close the gap in between us. Don't do that. You know what I mean? Keep the same energy.
I don't really see it as concerning that people are talking about Hitler when it's acceptable, it's publicly, socially acceptable in the United States for leftists to support Chairman Mao.
It's quite difficult to agree on even the very bare minimum here.
It's just interesting, sort of, when we're coming to talking about the Holocaust, it's always about something else. And, you know, I think most people would agree the Holocaust was a bad thing.
Right.
But you're not willing to agree with that.
What, do you want to talk about the whole... I mean, it
seems
like an interesting subject, but...
It is an interesting subject. I also think that was a bad thing, but I think the Holocaust was a bad thing too.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, are you asking
well,
a
no,
question?
I'm asking you, do you think the Holocaust was bad?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I think the Holocaust was bad.
RTTL is based on exclusion, but that also means building community for those allowed inside. This isn't just for our camera's benefit, to present a veneer of clean, healthy living. It's central to the project. Like many far-right movements before them, RTTL's mission is to show that by excluding others, they can live purer, more natural lives. As they put it on their website, to cultivate wholesomeness, beauty, health, and hope.
I'm so mad that my mic was muted the whole time. Tight right now. But whatever, we just gonna keep it a bean. Um, I watched this John. I'm not gonna watch the rest of it. I watched the rest of it by myself. Y'all should go watch it. If y'all subscribe to that page, please subscribe to mine. If you don't subscribe to that page, come on back, subscribe to mine. Gonna be bringing a lot more content. I don't know if I'm gonna do reactions on another YouTube page, or you know, documentaries on another YouTube page. For now, everything will be on air. I just hope one day that brown people can come together and work together. I hope one day they can stop calling themselves a color. I mean, these people are just that silly because they calling themselves white, but I hope one day we can stop calling themselves a color. You know what I mean? And stick together, work together, figure it out, and make some shit happen. I'm hungry. So if you enjoyed this video, come on, man, give me a like, subscribe, all that. I don't really like asking, but I'm gonna let it be known. Hopefully, I can get better at this. I slacked off a couple days, and I need to get back. So, we're gonna do as many videos as we can. It's raining right now. I should go to the store go get a juice. I do that, then I come back in here, drink my water, my juice, and